out Dallas.
I feel like there's nothing to do here.
All we know is this is where JF Kennedy was killed.
Car, the white fence and the flowers and the pole
We finally made it to Texas. I'm staying right now with Nate and Marina. They're my good friends. They actually used to live in Kona, Hawaii, where I live right now. Recently they moved. Just to explain like the route of where I was coming from. We were just road tripping from Kansas City. That's where the scent happened. And let me tell you a little bit about the scent.
If you got breath in your lungs, there is a call of God in your life to reach this next generation. Mission. That's what vacation is.
Honestly, at first I was gonna make a separate video about the scent, but because I was one of the people capturing the event, I didn't really film for myself. And I honestly really wanted to be in the moment as well because it's such a historic event. It was my first time working with media for such a big event, and there was such a big team of people and so many cameras in the office and people behind computers and making content on the spot. It was just really cool to see behind the scenes.
the scent.
15 hours. Yeah, it was lots of fun. But yes, as of right now, I'm staying for a few days in Texas, and this is my first time in Texas, and we're specifically in Austin.
Y'all ready to go?
I'm ready.
What are we waiting for then?
Let's go.
And these are our sandwiches.
Arrange it. All right, we're leaving without you. Bye.
So I've been saving up all the artsy things to do in Austin for when Anna's here, because I knew she's the person that appreciates that stuff.
Blanton Museum of Art, and we drag Nate along with us. He's learning to appreciate art too.
Oh yeah.
I see a person here. Do I? Wait.
Yeah, there's a light. This
And then
is a
there's
person.
another one. Oh, it's
No, this
one
is all
person.
one person.
Are you sure though?
I'm pretty sure.
I think it goes like this way.
What do you feel when you look at it? I love art, but at the same time, sometimes I just don't understand it.
I don't think you always have to understand.
That's what I'm that's what I'm getting at. Sometimes I'm like, I don't have to understand this. There doesn't have to be any logic behind this. It's just look at it and go.
You think this looks cool, huh?
I think this is so interesting.
Bones and pennies. What is the meaning of this? Nate, how was your experience at the art gallery?
I think you liked it better. I think the parts that I thought were the most boring, that's the parts that you guys liked the most.
I think
Like the whole like painting and then like letting the painting drain in faucet. Not one time, but like 5-6 times. It's just like you go to another room, it's the same thing over again.
I read a book recently, and it was talking about how kind of like apologetics and making a case for why humans are creatively designed and intelligent creatures was just purely the fact that we see, create, and like appreciate art. You know, like what other creature even comes close to creating art, you know? Like it's not a value of any other creature or thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think
and
it's
an
also
intrinsic value that humans have always had.
I think it's also a characteristic of God. Like he creates, he loves creating things,
and we get to have the same gift of being able to create.
Turn on your mind again. See you walking the line again. Hey, but you're only alive again, alive again. Looking back now, like this.
Come on, do a heart. 3.
No, you have to complete my heart.
Oh no.
See? No. No! What's that giving?
Tonight I'll be taking photos of Marina and Nate. We are a little bit late to the sunset, so we have like 20 minutes left, so we really gotta hurry. We have the city back there. It's been a while since I've taken photos of people.
It's gonna be fun. You're gonna do great.
You guys are not taking me seriously as a photographer.
I'm trying to. It's him.
What? I'm sweating.
He's like laughing the whole time.
Is that not what
I don't
I'm
know if I
supposed
have
to
a
do?
photo of you without talking and you without having your eyes closed. Everyone's watching the sunset. You finally got your ride. I feel like whenever I get together with you, we end up just giving each other updates on what we watch on YouTube or who we follow or find inspiring on Instagram.
If I find the video, I will send it. She's got like boring videos that are like that, you know, that are kind of like.
Okay, sometimes I like the boring videos. Sometimes
Yeah,
I just need
they're
something
okay.
calming in the background.
But every so often she'll do a video that's like so like good. Like she actually, you can tell, like knows how to record, how to do it.
And do
She
storytelling.
doesn't always do it because I bet it's exhausting and you don't have an idea all the time. But there's certain times that she'll make a video and it's really really nice and like cinematic. Only sometimes.
I like vlogging and I feel like I have lots of adventures going on right now. Sorry. But I just, sometimes I'm like, when it's like at a coffee shop, I'm like, saw my coffee, we're eating.
You can have a balance.
Hey! Yeah, just watch us eating, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know if I mean, that's a specific aesthetic that I'm just not used to, maybe. Amazing.
I never really traveled growing up. We never really prioritized that. I don't think it was a lifestyle growing up in Ukraine, and we also had a really big family, so it was also very expensive to do that. But I just remember as a child, as a teenager, that was just like my biggest dream. I would always read these books and watch shows about adventures and traveling and be like, this is such a crazy, wild dream. It's so unattainable that I'm like I'm dreaming about it, but at the same time, I'm not, because there's just no way it can happen. For a girl in a small town in Ukraine, like, how in the world am I going to do that? I'm not saying that I've traveled that much, but I do have an increase of travels over the last half a year, I would say. And I think it's just so crazy to me. Like, I know I'm like 25 right now and it's been a long time since I was a teenager, but I think it still blows my mind looking back at that time that I thought it's so unattainable and to where I'm at right now. And I'm grateful that I get to do this with community, for ministry, with missions, and not as a tourist, which being a tourist is great. It's fun. But at the same time, I just love it so much more when I come into a nation and there's a purpose for my trip. And with all that to say, I'm here in Texas for just a few days, and after I'm going to Atlanta to film a wedding, and then I'm going to Washington to just see family for a bit, and then I'm going to Poland to do ministry, to work with Ukrainian refugees, And as a Ukrainian, I know the language, so I will be helping out with translation. And then the last trip is Korea. Korea is a very special trip. That one is more like tourist kind of fun trip. But I have a best friend that lives there, and so she will show me around and I won't be by myself there. I've been wanting to go to Korea for 1.5 years now, but it was all like COVID, and then I'm like, back then I didn't know anyone who lived there. So now finally I have the opportunity to go, and yeah, I'm like really excited for this.
So pretty. This heat wave is no joke.
Yeah, the sun's down and it's probably still like 90 degrees.
Woo! 90s traveling. I mean 2000s, something like that.